Hey guys, welcome back to Ivy Crypto. Back again with an XRP video. I just want to talk about a few key things that have come out over the last 48 hours and give you an update on the XRP Ripple case. But firstly, let's look at the XRP price, currently trading at 95 cents, up on the last 24 hours, which is excellent. Moderate amount of volatility, and trading volume has decreased by 17% with a total of 2.7 billion. Meanwhile, the total market cap trades around 43.1 billion, ranking the cryptocurrency in the 7th place at the moment. So looking at these charts, guys, a few things to talk about. On the 4-hour chart, we see XRP price action continuing to consolidate above 90 cents. Support over the last few hours, indicating an upcoming reversal. The overall market price action structure starting to turn increasingly bullish over the past few days after retracing from a previous major swing high at $1.70. The market retracted by 60% and found support at the 64-cent mark. From there, bulls pushed higher and established a high at 105. Over the following days, a higher low was set at 80 cents. And then the XRP spiked to $1.10 resistance, setting a slightly higher high. Over the past few days, XRP retraced again, found support at 90 cents, further indicating that the bulls are building momentum to further push Ripple price action higher. And therefore, we expect upside over the next 24 hours, and the next target is around $1.20. I do really think we can hit that. So, in conclusion, in terms of the price action, guys, XRP price is bullish. Further downside has been rejected overnight, and the market continues to build a base from which to move higher in the next week. We expect XRP to set a higher high at $1.20 mark over the next 48 hours. So let's see how we go. And let's get into it, guys. A lot of news coming out of the Ripple versus SEC case, which is really what I want to talk about today. Ripple argues SEC stalling amid refusal to hand over Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP documents. So they've recently filed a motion to compel the SEC to hand over internal documents on the leading cryptocurrencies, and the SEC has refused to produce records on Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP. The judge reaffirmed and clarified her order on the case just last month. So the SEC is refusing to produce documents for the third time. This is obviously a really great sign for Ripple, and as I predicted earlier, I personally am expecting a settlement in June, if not July. It's imminent at this point. The SEC hasn't really thrown many knockout punches lately, and the momentum does seem to be swinging in Ripple's favor. Ripple's motion to compel the securities regulator to hand over documents has been a tug of war, as the SEC has been refusing to produce the records despite the judge's reiteration last month. When Ripple seeks to find documents where XRP is mentioned by the securities regulator as a virtual currency similar to Bitcoin and Ether, the SEC has once again resisted. The official filing reads, despite that repeated instruction, the SEC persists in refusing to search an obvious repository for responsive evidence on external communication, the SEC's FinHub electronic mailbox. Ripple has noted for the third time the court should require the agency to produce the communications with third party and should grant any additional relief it deems appropriate in light of the SEC's repeated non-compliance. They further argued that it seems as though the SEC is looking to stall the case in light of Financial Watchdog's most recent request to extend the fact and expert discovery deadlines by 60 days. The blockchain firm stated, SEC has repeatedly delayed its production while telling Judge Torres that the order discovery was irrelevant and needless. ECF number 205 at 14, and asking the court to extend the discovery deadlines based inter alia on the fact that defendants have raised a number of concerns regarding the SEC's review and production of internal documents and communications. So guys, obviously again, very bullish things happening in the case as we predicted, and the price does seem to be looking positive, and the more positive news in this case, the better the price will be. SEC versus Ripple, judge could order monetary sanctions if the SEC remains unresponsive. Uncooperative. So again, the judge does have to take action here. I do think that, they're being way too nice to the SEC. Obviously, this is the third time they've done this. They do seem to be wanting to stall the case out, maybe rebuild their argument. As I said, Ripple does seem to be having the upper hand at this stage, and they've had the momentum on their side. So quite a decent article here talking about how the judge will be considering monetary sanctions if the SEC continues to do what it's doing, but let's hope that their strategy doesn't work. Another one that I want to talk about today, guys, is Ripple is obviously sending the co-founder Jed McCaleb some money, $420 million worth of XRP to be exact. And as we all know, and if you don't know, Jed McCaleb was a co-founder of Ripple XRP, and then he left the company in a very bad manner. He actually started Stellar XLM, which is climbing the charts again as well. So there's a lot of bad blood here, but the blockchain has continued to give him payments every 7 days, and he has been dumping his money quite regularly, which does heavily affect the price. So the former co-founder chooses a certain amount of Ripple every week, usually a substantial one, and proceeds to dump them for 7 days in a row. Over the past week, McCaleb dumped 16,353 XRPs per 7 days, accounting to $16.85 million. Before this, he was able to sell just over 10 million of the token daily for 2 weeks. So that's just insane amounts that he's dumping, and we all know why. Obviously, it's in his best interest for XRP price to go down and for the positive attention to be on Stellar XLM. Despite all the massive dumps that he's been doing, McCaleb is still XRP wealthy. As of press time, there are still 633,699 XRP tokens left in his wallet, valued at $652 million. So we talked about the sour ending here, but this does affect the price of XRP, and one person who doesn't like XRP having a lot of it is never a good sign. So I did want to mention that as something that you could be seeing heavily affect the price. And the last thing I want to talk about, guys, we are starting to see articles emerge of what a settlement between Ripple and the SEC would look like. There's videos also coming out from lawyers and what they should and shouldn't get and all those sorts of things. So again, Ripple has gotten the better of the SEC in recent time, but a settlement might end up being the most reasonable outcome from the lawsuit. Jeremy Hogan recently looked at what a such settlement might look like, borrowing a leaf out of the SEC versus KOK Interactive and Telegram books. So this lawyer does go on to talk about this article about what he thinks would be best and for both of them, and I do think that Ripple and the SEC will end up settling. I genuinely don't see this dragging out much longer. Some important things I wanted to note in this article is what Ripple needs from the settlement. The first thing will be looking out for its ability to resume business. As we know, the SEC has laid charges on multiple cryptocurrencies in the past and has drove them out of business, like Paragon Coin. The second thing that Ripple will be out for is clarity moving forward. Ripple, the secondary market, need to know that the SEC debacle is behind it, and the regulator can make clear that sales from the filing of the lawsuit forward are not sales of securities. So obviously that's been the main argument here. And one other solution is for Ripple to sell its escrow XRP directly to accredited investors and or corporations. It can do this by selling XRP to its on-demand liquidity customers. These are usually banks and payment processors. If the two things agreed to such settlement, XRP would be back on exchanges in no time. So obviously one of the biggest things, guys, is XRP needs to be back on the major exchanges. So we can see here from CoinMarketCap, it is currently traded at some of the majors, but we aren't seeing it on all of the majors. And once that happens again, and as we've said over and over again, if we see a settlement or a Ripple win, I do see the price skyrocketing way past its all-time highs. I think it'll break straight into the $3-4 mark, and then we will see it climb from there. I still believe in a $10 XRP this year. What do you think, guys? Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment. I've posted up a little video here that I made recently on my top 10 altcoins for 2021 and beyond. Links for my Twitter and my TikTok are in the description. And as always, watch this space.